Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to demystify a small but honestly super powerful setting in warehouse management called WT generic. Now, I know it sounds a bit technical, but trust me, understanding this one little parameter can unlock a ton of flexibility on your warehouse floor. So let's just dive right in.
We put a ton of faith in our warehouse management systems, right? They track everything, plan routes, and create tasks at lightning speed. And we kind of assume this system always has the perfect, most up-to-the-minute solution for everything. But what happens when that perfect digital plan smacks right into messy physical reality?
I bet you've seen this happen 1,000 times. An operator gets a task, let's say to put an item away in a very specific bin. They travel all the way across the warehouse, and surprise, the bin's already full. Or maybe there's a pallet temporarily blocking the aisle. The system had no idea. And just like that, the operator is stuck, the task is delayed, and your efficiency just takes a nosedive. So what's the fix? How do we build a system that's smart enough to know when to, well, let go of the reins a little bit? This is exactly where the WT generic parameter comes into play. Think of it as a tool that's designed to inject some good old-fashioned common sense and flexibility right where you need it most. Okay, so what is it really? The WT generic parameter is basically a flexibility dial. It lets you, the user, control how specific the system gets when it creates a warehouse task. You can tell it to decide everything, right down to the exact final bin, or you can tell it to be more general, more, well, generic, and let the operator on the floor make that final call. Now, this is not just a simple on or off switch. The real power here is finding the right balance for different areas and different processes. You actually get to choose the precise level of control you want to hand over, creating this perfect partnership between your system's raw processing power and your team's on-the-ground real-time intelligence. Let's break down how these control levels actually work. On one end of the spectrum, you have not generic. This is your classic command and control mode. The system dictates the storage type, the section, and the exact bin. The operator has zero say. Then, on the complete opposite end, you have only storage type, which is maximum flexibility. Here, the system just points the operator to a general area and leaves it up to them to pick the best section and bin. And of course, there's a middle ground. The beautiful thing is you can tailor this to fit the unique reality of each part of your warehouse. Theory is great and all, but let's see how this actually works in a real-world scenario. We're going to look at one of the busiest, most dynamic, and sometimes chaotic areas in any warehouse, the packing station. So picture a put-away task that's headed for a packing station. Things are moving like crazy over there. Bins are constantly being filled up and emptied out. Trying to have a central system assign a specific destination bin, even just moments ahead of time, is pretty much a recipe for failure. Why? Because that information is probably going to be outdated by the time the operator actually gets there. Okay, so here is the flexible process in action. By setting WT generic to only storage type, the system does something brilliant. In step 1, it creates the task, but it only directs the operator to the general packing area. Now here's the key. Step 2, the system does not assign a specific bin. This is huge. It means that when the operator arrives in step 3, they are completely free to use their own eyes and their own judgment in step 4 to find the best physically available spot and finish the put-away. What's the result? No delays, no confusion, just pure efficiency. When you really zoom out, you see what this represents is a fundamental shift in thinking. It's about moving away from a totally rigid, top-down command system and toward a more collaborative, smarter partnership between your technology and your people. And this really gets to the heart of it. The goal isn't to get rid of automation, of course not. It's about making our automation smarter by combining it with the one thing it will never have, that on-the-ground, real-time human awareness and problem-solving skill. So, to wrap it all up, what should you really take away from this? Well, first, using the WT generic parameter empowers your operators. It trusts their judgment to make the best final move. Second, it directly boosts your efficiency by slashing all that wasted time and motion from failed tasks. And finally, it just makes your entire system more resilient and adaptable to the real, ever-changing physical world of the warehouse. We've seen how powerful this can be for a busy packing station, but that just begs a question for your own operations, doesn't it? Where could a strategic dose of flexibility, that perfect partnership between your system and your team, make all the difference for you?